I wasn't invited.
Manny ditched us actually.
I had a
He was
gig, I
invited.
think. I'm sorry.
And so it's that, and so what I did was at the arm I cut the joints at the arm, and on the toy body that is originally on, there's a nice little swivel there, so you just cut it with the Dremel, and I took the head and I pulled it off. I drilled out the eyes, which sounds pretty terrible, and then I replaced them with
Man,
teddy
that
bear
sounds
eyes.
Painful.
Teddy bears, and they look amazing. And
A teddy bear? You said that?
yeah, teddy bear. And what I did was I took the hands and the head and I masked the eyes. I don't know why I didn't paint them first, but I masked the eyes and I airbrushed it with Vallejo Saddle Brown.
Took a bison large bust body and an old Barbie. I'm drawing a blank on her name. Galadriel. Anniversary dress, and here it is. It's a simple custom. It'll probably take you like not even $100.
The dress looks really good.
Yeah, for a Barbie dress, it was actually really good.
Let's hear what my second.
Okay, so Sunday at 5:54 p.m. I
Uh-huh.
said, I text Zach, so I may have messed up big time, FML, and he put question mark. Did you break Vader's belt? How did you know?
So that part is a huge complaint for a lot of people because I don't know if you've ever used this function, but that Vader, in theory, to use it to its full potential, you have to undress the entire figure to activate the switch on the body to use the remote.
Yeah.
In doing so,
I've never used that.
don't ever do it. It's not even worth your time. In doing so, to do that, you more than often than not have to take the belt off. And more often than not, from one or two removals of the belt, that little peg will snap. It's a terrible design.
Yeah.
And what I told you, and I'm not sure if you'll go for it. We got to talk about it. We're all good friends. I think it's a discussion to have in person rather than over Messenger. But additionally,
I have my Glock ready.
right. Additionally, you're very passionate about this, so I think it's better to have you on the show where other people can hear your thoughts on it. So I'll let you take it away, and we might interject occasionally with opinions, but this is your segment. So
I will jump on the table.
if you mention The Last Jedi.
All right. Well, let me start off by saying that I respect everyone's opinion. If you are a fan of Disney, Star Wars, and you enjoy those movies, you genuinely enjoy them. All the power to you. Unfortunately, me and what I feel like is a good portion of the community does not. And let me start with the replacing of the expanded universe, or what's commonly known as the EU, was a big deal for me because they wanted to tell their own stories. That was the reason they gave for getting rid of the EU. They want to tell their own story. Excuse me. They want to tell their own stories. But the problem is, you're going to get rid of all these grand stories, which I'm about to go dive into here in a minute, but you got to make sure that you create something that is just as good or better, and I feel like they haven't done that.
So he has these really powerful Force visions where he doubts what he's done, and he has a vision where he goes and he kills Palpatine. He has a vision where he goes and finds Obi-Wan, and I don't know, he doesn't really apologize, but he kind of, you can tell that he's a defeated man. And I wouldn't say I love that idea, because I was a big fan of the fact that the crystals were synthetic for the Sith. But being a huge Vader fan, I didn't hate having that extra content for Vader. But I will say it was kind of odd that anytime a Sith needs a lightsaber, they have to find a Jedi, and they have to, corrupt the crystal. And
That's a good one.
lightning move. That's lightning move. Akbar wearing a hat. So would he wear it like that or on the top?
Oh God,
so
really?
that's, I
Oh,
guess
that actually looks good.
that's actually my point on that.
No,
So
that takes the cake.
you're not a fan, and I'm somewhat okay with the idea. I know you have a few other talking points, so let's go and hit those.
So Anakin's origin. Okay, now I will freely admit we discussed this a little bit, and I have not read, not versed on the material that explains what happened. But basically, the sum of the point is Palpatine's Anakin's father.
Not biologically, but
but
let me pull it up real quick. But so in the last comic of the Vader.
He was there.
Of the Vader episode 25.
He stuck his fingers where they shouldn't have.
Yeah, this is actually the comic. Vader goes through this Force vision inside of his castle, which is on Mustafar.
fair. So let's see what we got.
So we have Zach here.
attempting to get into this box.
Man, that knife did nothing to that tape.
Really
good tape.
You had to get plastic, which means time for dull knife.
Yeah, man, this looks really cool.
Man, this
so I
knife
was watching this
sucks.
video.
Man, this wrapping did. Are we getting video of this? It's like, Jesus.
It's probably honestly the way you cut it. Like
Yeah, you're not really going. Yeah,
I'm trying not to cut the box. That's
you're
my
not going real
thing.
deep the way I like it.
Oh god.
Hey, that's what you hope she said.
So this is like a demon with wings, I guess. It looks
Yeah,
like.
so
For those on the
basically she
podcast.
was, from what I could tell, she was supposed to be an Egyptian who died and drank this demon's blood, and now she takes vengeance on something or
Now
another.
she has a.
Let's open that bad boy up.
There we go.
Ooh, I like
The
the red.
presentation on that is really nice.
Nice.
Does she have nipples?
Yes, it's a Fison, of course. She's anatomical.
That would be Manny's first question. Episode 24. Does it have nipples?
There you go. Yeah, I love it.
I actually don't know if we can use nipples in the title, but.
Let's take a look. Things that jump out at me right away. The head sculpt is packed really well.
Oh, that's not
So is
what
the
I
head on
thought
the
you were
body,
gonna
or is
say.
there two heads? Is there two heads, or is the head?
Yeah, it's just one head. And you got
Oh,
the
okay,
chalice,
yeah.
the dagger, the armbands, and what appears to be the necklace.
You should make a dark talon out of that. It would break that.
I'm not gonna lie, that was the first thought when I saw
It's
it.
funny,
I was like, if I don't like
I actually
the
have the
figure-
head sculpt in my office. Damien sent it for me to paint. So Damien, if you're listening, I
They
tried
wanna
to go to
put-
my local hobby store this week and it was closed.
Hey!
Everybody's getting
Oh,
a
so that's
little
the-
It looks
butt
like there's
there.
a ball joint that this would need to be made larger, but
But it doesn't
here,
look
turn it
that
around a little
bad.
bit. No, closer to the camera. Oh my gosh.
You're military left.
So Damien, that's what that would look like.
That's what your head looks on. That it's real tiny. Your head.
I'm gonna pass this around so everybody can take a look.
Ooh! Oh my God! It feels like a fleshlight or something.
You've never owned this Fison?
No,
Oh, there.
That's
I'm trying to see your nipples.
Be careful on that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Get that up.
Okay.
here. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold her body, and then from the legs, and I'll put this on her head.
I'll
This
hold her
sounds
body
so
right
wrong.
Just turn her. I
Oh,
wanna
yeah.
get.
Oh my gosh.
Rainer
Okay,
successfully
like
She
lowers
feels like
the
a
bar.
sex toy.
Yeah. So I have the Arnold Fison body that I use for Bane.
Uh huh.
It's called like I think it's the Fison M34
And it feels like
or
that?
37.
Like,
and
Yeah, I think
wait.
it's 34.
it comes
There's
with like
more.
Oh, there's a wings in there?
Happy
Yeah, there's
yeah, it
wings.
comes with an erect one and a
Really?
soft one. Yeah, dude.
You're not.
No, dude.
Yeah, it comes with a rect and different sizes and shapes.
Is it real though? Like, is it real? Like,
Yeah,
Is
like
it true
it's
to
a,
him?
it's a.
is it
I
Arnold
don't know.
Schwarzenegger?
Well, I don't know if it's Arnold's,
I've never
but
seen Arnold's
Is it
penis.
true that he has one testicle?
it
How
could.
would I know that?
Hey guys in the comments, let them know. Let us
It
know.
is just a known rumor.
Let me.
Make sure to get my good side. It'd be cool if you had like Darth Vader's respirator going in the background.
I can mimic it. Not very good.
I actually don't think you broke it that bad, Manny.
Really?
Nah, I think you should be fine. Right. I'm gonna pull the head off.
Be my guest.
He goes, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Okay. Yeah, if anything, maybe just like a drop of super glue. I'll bring it by next week if it's still giving me problems. I don't want to add glue just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, you didn't really break it. Like I thought you broke it much worse than based on what you described. But I mean, we can always add glue. It's fine. Because the belt is velcroed and with the stud, so the stud actually just kind of helps it click in a little bit. But it's not really like a necessary thing because it's on both sides. There's velcro. Okay, but I do need to. You want to swap these, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get this used?
From that dude.
Oh, okay.
Why?
No, actually, it looks like it's a little weathered.
What's his name? Devin.
Let me bring something. I don't want to like spit all your biggest points on your first segment.
Well, what we can do is if you want, every time I come on, I can be like, this week, this month in Star Wars, this happened.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I can do that. I don't mind. No, it's all good.
Yeah, I know it's mostly toy podcasts, and I just don't want the whole show to just be.
A flame war. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you.
I almost want to put a tiny drop of blue on this, but